Today's the Super Bowl, kind of the Spirit Bowl. I'll talk about it. Isn't it more bread and circuses? Give them bread and circuses, and they will never revolt. That's entertainment. But get into the words and what those words mean. Let's start with sport. Sport. What's going on right now? Football, it doesn't matter. Football, baseball, basketball, golf, whatever flavor of sport you might like. To take pleasure, to amuse oneself. From Old French, disport or disportier. To divert, amuse, please, play, to seek amusement. Literally carry away the mind from serious matters. Because that's what it does. It's a form of entertainment. And the sport itself carries one's mind away from serious matters. Anything relevant. Is that necessarily wrong? No. But then again, you have everything in moderation. And is what is going on today in moderation? I would say no. It's the absolute opposite. Sport is a noun back in the day. Pleasant pastime. Again, shortening of disport. Activity that offers amusement or relaxation, entertainment, fun. But to move further now to disportant, to divert. Again, it's to carry away the mind from serious matters. Now here, compare disport or disportier, however you say that, a minstrel or jester. Because that's what the ones that are playing the sport, being used to entertain you, they are the entertainers. They are the minstrels, the jesters, the actors, the singers, the dancers, the performers, the gladiators. Whatever it is, all to divert and amuse. To entertain. What's it all for? What goes on, especially right now with all the propaganda that goes into this huge spectacle, this ritual that is the Super Bowl, this yearly thing. This ritual materialism. It's a way to push social agendas to a huge audience. At a time when they are picking sides, they're emotionally attached. They formed emotional attachments to a game or to folks playing a game. Folks getting paid millions of dollars to help push these agendas. All the way from wars, division, the police state, the new technology, the weapon systems, the 5G going in, the vaccines, why anti-vaxxers are bad because they're not poisoning themselves because they've realized the truth and they're trying to spread the truth to others to let them know that, hey, that's the number one mind control drug they're using on you is those vaccines and your kids. And that's what's making society itself retarded and backwards. Retarded as in slanted, not quite right. Off balance, because it is. And it's all because of these things. Because the mind is carried away from all matters that are relevant. Entertainment, it makes you forget about how bad life sucks, and then you don't have to look at it because you can lose yourself in the actions of someone else. It's sad. It's sad that we're at that state. Just look out and see them over and over and over again. All throughout time, it's the same thing over and over and over. Bread and circuses, games, entertainment, distraction. But back then the emperor used to have folk run around with baskets full of bread, throwing it to the audience, to the crowd, to the slaves that watched the slaves on the pit below them, not realizing that everything that they were sitting in was built off the backs of their own enslaved energy. For the benefit of the few and their friends in the skybox that are looking down on all of it, laughing as they eat their grapes. Nowadays, Hell, the emperor don't have any clothes on because the emperor doesn't need them because of the debauchery that's been programmed into society. Now society doesn't care because they can't see it, and it's only getting blaringly worse and obvious and disgusting. And now the emperor doesn't have to throw you bread because you'll pay massive amounts of money. This belief system, this fake exchange of human energy in the form of currency, this fake money stuff that's built off the backs of all us poor slaves that weren't taught any better. We were taught, yeah, it's all normal, it's all cool, it's great, it's just competition, yeah, it's pick a team, it's fun, 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 rah, rah, rah. It's to drive multiple agendas all at the same time while keeping everyone in a state of hypnosis, and then later to be unleashed in their crazy emotional state of whether it's elation because they're happy that their team won, so they feel good inside for a moment, or they feel crushed because their team lost, and then now they got to take it out on something. Because society is indeed that insane. And that's supposedly normal. At the same time, they get to they being, remember to carry away the mind, entertainment, because mint, that suffix comes from mente, the mind. So then the government, govern, control, mind. They get to play out all their new police state things and lock down a whole entire city on this materialistic, ritualistic event that's played out every year. And the people love them, the people, the corporations, because that is the definition of a person. So it's scary. It's scary where we live, what we live in, and that we were taught to think it was all normal and that it was all done on purpose. It can't continue like this. There's no need for it. Again, evil is not necessary. It's a choice. It turns out quite a few evil agendas were in play, I guess, when things were taught a long time before any of us were around. Though there's very quite a few folk out there that have taught in an evil way, in a deceptive way, on purpose to keep the masses fractured. So I don't know. Take it for what it's worth. Thanks for listening.